Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to read the most important topic, Attila, by R.K. Narayan. All these questions are based on previous year's question. So we read it carefully and score good marks in the exam. Let's start. Is Attila really a hero? Give reasons for your answer. No, Attila is not a hero. When the eldest son of the family saw Attila running behind someone on the road, he shouted at Attila. Seeing this, Ronga started to run. Attila thought that his friend Ronga would abandon him. As a result, he ran so fast so that he could overtook Ronga and blocked his way. Ronga stumbled over him and fell on the ground. Actually, Attila did not catch him, but everyone considered Attila as their hero. Question number 2. How was Attila different from other dogs? Normally, the nature of the dog is to bark at the strangers or attack him. But here Attila was quite opposite. He was the most noiseless dog. He not only showed his love of humanity and gentle behavior to the strangers, but also welcomed them affectionately. Question number 3. What did the family members have in their mind when they brought Attila? In a mood of optimism, the family brought Attila home, expecting things would be better when there is theft around in the locality. How big was the pup when they brought Attila home for the first time? The pup was only a couple of months old, so the family members expected that within 6 months it would grow into a fearful and courageous watchdog. How was Attila's behavior when it grew up? Attila showed a love of humanity and gentle behavior towards all. A variety of people entered the gate of the house every day, like the postman, bill collector, vendors, friends, and all of them were warmly received by Attila. Who was Ronga? How did he reach Attila's house? Ronga was a thief, lived in a hut 3 miles away from the town. All night he visited the town and broke into houses to steal valuables. He had come to Attila's house for burglary. He made a neat bundle of all the valuables and jewelry that he could pick up and move away. The bond between Ronga and Attila was mutual respect. Justify the statement. When Ronga came to steal in Attila's house, Attila did not bark at Ronga. Instead of barking at him, he licked his hand and rolled his eyes. He also helped him to run away and went with him. Ronga loved Attila and gave him freedom to roam in the streets. In this way, they loved to each other and lived together. At the beginning of the narrative, was Attila able to measure up to the family's expectation? No. At the beginning of the narrative, Attila was not able to measure up to their expectations because he showed a love of humanity and gentle behavior to the strangers. The family wanted a dog who could be fearful and guard the house from the thieves. Therefore, Attila was unable to meet up their expectations. Who was the defender of the dog? How did he defend Attila? The youngest boy of the family was the defender of the dog. When the mother complained that someone came to her garden and stole all the flowers, Attila would not do anything about it. Then the youngest son replied that Attila had better business to do than cut a flower, not you, younger son. It was good that Attila had no power of speech. Why do you think that it was good for Attila? It was good that Attila had no power of speech. If he had power of speech, he would tell the truth and lost the position of a hero. When Ronga was fell down on the ground, everyone thought it was Attila who helped to catch Ronga. All praised Attila for his cunningness. Even the lady of the family softened towards him, who found the dog roaming in the road, the eldest son of the family. What was the family's expectations from the dog? The family expected that Attila become a strong watchdog and cause a fear for the strangers and protect the house. Was the eldest son of the family realized that Ronga was a thief? When Ronga fell down on the road and rolled on the ground, a piece of jewelry flew from his hand. The youngest man then recognized the jewels of his mother and pounced on Ronga and sat down on him. This sort of companionship got Ronga's nerves. Why did Attila's companionship get on Ronga's nerves? Attila liked Ronga so much that he would not leave him alone for the moment. He requested the dog to leave him, but the dog unmoved. He sat before him with his eyes glued on Ronga. What attitude of Attila was not liked by the family members? All the strangers, like the bill collectors, vendors, friends, etc., only had to stop and smile. Attila would be the best of friends with them, and this was not liked by the family members. It was good that Attila had no power of speech. Explain how Attila's speechless was a blessing for Attila. Who made this comment? What would happen if Attila had power of speech? The narrator made this comment. It is good that Attila had no power of speech. Otherwise, he would have told all the truth and lost the position of a hero. When Ronga was arrested by the police, Attila became the hero of the day. Even the lady of the house softened towards him. In this way, they concluded that Attila was cunning detective, not defective, and could solve the case. Therefore, we say that Attila's speechless was a blessing for Attila. Is the title of the story Attila ironical? Support your answer with proper reasons. In a mood of optimism, the family named their dog Attila. They thought that the dog would be strong and ferocious to the strangers. So the dog was named after the Scourge of Europe. The Scourge meant someone who caused troubles and frequently called Attila the Hun. He was the leader of the tribal empire of the Huns. He was the most fearsome enemy of the Roman. So the title of the text as well as the name of the dog is ironical. What was Attila's greatest ambition in life? Attila's greatest ambition in life was to wander in the streets freely. What was the size of the dog? The dog was 20 inches high and had a large frame. What is the antonyms of the word optimism? Pessimism. One who believes that the worst will happen. He may keep the jewels as a reward for taking him away. Who said this? Here he refers to. Father said this. Here he refers to Ranga. What issues did the speaker's mother have with the dog? Mother did not like Attila for his gentle behavior and love for humanity. She said that in his presence, flowers were stolen from her garden in the morning, but Attila won't do anything. Then the youngest son told his mother that Attila went around the house and watched all night. Soon the mother suggested to lock Attila in a room at night, otherwise he might call in a burglar and showed him round. Next question. Alternative ending of the story Attila. Attila was rewarded and honored by the family, even though it was not the case. Attila never wanted Ronga to be caught. In fact, he did not understand what Ronga had done was wrong. He was an innocent animal and love for humanity. The fortune helped him to gain the love from the family, but he could not forget his best friend Ronga. He never realized Ronga was caught because of him. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel for more updates. Goodbye.